Hey guys, what's going on? FYMyPawn here, and welcome back to Sevtech Ages. Since we last left off, we managed to get ourselves... we managed to get to ourselves to the final planet, which we no longer need to traverse any other planets anymore, I do believe. But as a result, we did manage to get the Kepler-22 gear, we managed to get some ore from there, managed to get some resources, and finally, we do have the materials needed to start our adventure into mystical agriculture. So, without further ado, let's just jump into things and see what happens, because we've got a lot to cover today, and it's going to be a bit grindy. So, be prepared for that, but this might... Well, no, it's definitely not going to be the last stream, but this is we're definitely coming close, as we're finally reaching the... We're nearing the situation where we're running out of content, but I digress. Let's get into things and see what happens. So, first and foremost, mystical agriculture is going to be a grind. So if you're not a fan of those sorts of things, I would advise against looking at this stream, personally, but that's on you guys. If you want to watch, by all means. But we're going to go through the processes of mystical agriculture and the upsides and the downsides of dealing with it. So, first and foremost, I should specify one thing. I went through the process of going to get us the Beneath teleporter. So we now have that. I didn't get it from the old base, as you can probably tell from the... as you can tell from the world map, because I would have gone much further down south if I had done. But I did have it make, or I had it made. That's the simplest part of it. Now, we are running out of food, so what I'm probably going to do is go doing anything extra. Let's just hope we can actually make that a reality, though. I do believe we have a ton of cheese now, which is good. So with this cheese, we should be fine for the most part. I just need to check to make sure I have everything. Okay, I am missing the bacon, which is easy enough. Yeah, it requires cooked pork chops. So we'll need to cook these real quick. But that is an easy ask. I think we can just use the... Yeah, we can just use... There we go. One there, one here. Bit here, bit here, and we can throw, I guess. There we go. Okay, with these energized smelters working full time, we should be able to get the pork we need. We will need a knife, but that is an easy ask as well, because I do believe in our kitchen area that we have never used, we should have, as I suspected, a knife. So all we gotta do is we just to the crafting grid, and then we can easily of bacon. And with that, we just need dough, which is fairly easy. We just need flour, salt, and water. Or, I guess, technically we can use the machine as well, the mixer. So we just need to get salt and flour. So flour, easy enough. Let's see, we get wheat. To get flour, we just need to run it through a crusher. Alternatively, there's the grindstone. The industrial mill is also a solution. Or we can just crush it normally. Or we can go through the millstone. Either way, we've got a bunch of methods we can use. I'm gonna see if we have an industrial mill. If we do not, that's fine. We'll just make it the other way. Alright, we got the mixer, we've got the drying units. this is the chemical mixer, so we do not have a normal mixer, I do believe. Yeah, plastic molder. This is the advanced compressor, or hydraulic press as it's specifically called. Okay, so we don't have the means to do it normally, but we can just throw it in, we just need to throw in, like, I guess 48. No, we'll throw in 64, just to be safe. But yeah, that should throw it into the inventory accordingly, and it will just put it back into the system. And that will give us the wheat we need. We just need to get some salt, which is an easy enough ask. We just can't get it from the inventory itself because halotite's been used a lot. Alright, we can just use this salt. Alright, with that, we just vein mine this entire salt vein here. There we go. And with that salt, we should be able to make the dough with relative ease if we use the mixer to get the dough. Alright. With 20 flour, we should be able to... let's see. What is needed? We need the mixer, and for every 4, there is 1. We'll just have a stack on stacks of salt in there, just so we have it on hand. Alright, that's another 12 flour. We'll just put that in there to keep mixing. Alright, that's 4 dough. And that should just be enough for 1 pizza for now. So that'll cover grain, protein, and vegetable. We just won't have enough for fruit, specifically. But that 1 pizza is going to cover us for the majority of our nutrients. We just need to accompany it by 1 other. Apples would be the easiest option, but let me see what other fruits we can go with. Alright, let's see. Okay, there's forbidden figs. There's a ton of betweenlands fruit types. We could definitely go with mystical agriculture fruit as well as an option, if we so desire. Nothing says fruit like a supremium apple after all, am I right? It would certainly be interesting to see these fruits. There's also apple pie if we want to go through the effort of making those again, which I kind of don't want to. I could also go melon pie, but eh. It's one of those things where you gotta choose something good. I think for now the best food for us is dehydrated apples. Otherwise, we're gonna have to worry about getting the supremium apples at some point, I'm thinking. But hey, we'll be fine regardless. Let's just get as much of the dehydrated apples as we can. Alright, we'll get enough to at least get a stack here. There we go. A stack of canned food for dehydrated apples. And for pizza, that's plenty of dough. Alright, that's 10 pizzas. That's not bad. Alright. We'll get the rest of the flour. Throw those in there. And we'll just get 12 stacks just grinding away in this crusher specifically. That way I have another crusher just dedicated to it if we ever need it. And we can make as much dough as we want whenever. But 10 pizzas should be good for now. Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Alright, with that out of the way, we've got food problems sorted. And if we ever need to, we can just start using pizza as a means to recover our hunger. As for power, I've done some grinding, just a smidgen, to help with the power situation. Until we start getting until we start getting more automation set up, the Syngus production is always going to be an issue. But as long as we provide enough power, we should be fine. But I digress. Let's quickly get a rest in, get rid of this rain, and let's start on the first thing that we want to do. So, first and foremost, what do we need? Well, we got the linking tool, which is the key item for working with the Celestial Collector Crystal. Now we need Kepler-22 items. Specifically from Kepler-22, we need iron ore and we need copper ore. What are we going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to take this copper ore to start with, and we're just going to quickly surround these areas specifically. We will then start to link these up like so, and quickly go about turning them into their proper form. Now, I do believe that with this, it should work, or so it has specified, unless it's actually wrong, in which case I might need to change up my strategy. Alright, no, we need to link this. Now I just need to figure out how it's going to work. Okay, let's vein mine this. And if I'm not mistaken, let's do a quick search here. Alright, so we're looking for Kepler-22. Alright. Copper ore can be turned into copper, obviously. But we want to use Starlight Transmutation. Starlight Transmutation will convert it into Prosperity ore. It doesn't have a specified time, though. But it is right. This is the best we can do. So we're gonna try and place one here to start with. We'll let that go. Well, that's working. We're gonna see about iron ore while we're at it. Okay. Convert the iron ore and the iron ore here. And those should turn into something, I do believe. Or at least I hope. It's kind of hinging on the fact that it does work. But in the meantime, what we're going to do while this, we're going to see about automating this process at least a little bit. So let us start by figuring out what automation we can do for these. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it worked. Nice. So it is working. And that is how Prosperity ore. And this is how you make Infernium ore as well. Okay. So with, yep, Infernium. Here we get Infernium, and the other one's Infernium as well. Perfect. We'll take these, and we are gonna figure out what we're gonna do with those later. But for now, what we're gonna do these and focus on the iron to start with, like so. Then we get the linking tool, connect everything as intended, like so. And once this is set up, we will finally address the automation part of what we're going to do here. So, you can tell this ritual here is going to be a constant grind. I'm not too mad about worrying about this sort of grind. We just have to keep in mind that, hey, we need to mine something specific. So that's the issue. To figure out a way to mine something specific without having to worry about these being an issue. For this to happen, I think the easiest way is actually to use... well, I guess I could use the mining drill from Mechanism to get it done. We just have to make sure it's on Silk Touch, and we can have it powered at all times, but that might be a bit of an issue. Or a bit tedious, I should say. Okay. Well, for now, let me just figure out what I'm going to do. So, let's see. We've got block breakers, I'm sure. Alright, so we got a long-range breaker, which works like a normal breaker, but it can break up to 8 blocks in front of it. There is the phantom breaker, and placer, they work as normal phantom faces, except they use... okay. An auto breaker. The breaker breaks blocks in front of it. It can be oriented in every direction. Can it specify what type of block you can break? There's also the auto placer as well. The placer place blocks in front of it. It can be oriented in every direction. When right-clicking with okay, it can change between mode. Okay. Okay. Okay, I could use the block placer as well. So that is not an issue. But I want to break something specific if I can help it. So the goal is to try and break Infernium, is the goal here. If I'm not mistaken, in refined storage, there's also a breaker type item, or a breaker type material as well. Alright, let's see. There's the Destructor, if I'm not mistaken, can help here. And there is the Constructor. Now, the Destructor is basically as it says. It destructs an item. And the Constructor places an item. So it's basically the Destructor removes an item, Constructor places. It's basically as simple as that. Now, I will need to do a quick Google search to see if it's possible to automate this on the refined storage part, but I will let you know, so give me a sec. Okay, we need the importer, exporter, no, external storage. Here we go. Alright, the Constructor places items or fluids from the storage network into the world. No other blocks can be in front of the Constructor except for fluids, and it should be possible for the blocks to be placed. It can also drop items into a world instead of placing actual blocks. When provided with a stack upgrade, it'll drop stacks of items at a time. Okay. So yeah, you can place things there. And I'm assuming you can specify as well. So I'm going to try and see if I can organize this a bit. First we're going to start with Constructor. Or I guess the Destructor as well. Alright, we'll get we'll get Annihilation's cores, we'll get Formation cores. Okay, we are... Alright, one Destructor. Alright, for the constructor, we still need a formation core. It seems we're lacking Fluix Crystal. So we'll have to make some more, it seems. Alright, charge Certus Quartz, Nether Quartz, and Redstone Dust. Alright, charge Certus Quartz. Nether Quartz. And Redstone. When we throw all these three together into a pool... There we go. That should do it. Wait for the end result, and there we go. We will have to grind these down, but that's fine. 2 stacks of ground quartz is perfectly fine by me. Or Fluix Crystal as it's specified. Alright, we take a stack of flour for this. Put that in there. And that'll grind away to make a bunch more. Alright, we wait for this, and now we should... But first, before we do, we'll grab some power. There we go. And I'm going to see if we can set up a rough system here to start with. So, first and foremost, we want Destructor here. We want the Destructor to take Infernium, specifically. So, let's go with that. I guess I could actually to the system these network transmitters. That'd be the easiest way to transfer things. Alright. Alright, formation core. We need 2 machine casing for this. Alright, 2 machine casing. Alright, network transmitter. Network receiver. Alright, there we go. Follow up with 1 card, which we need paper for. I do believe we have the materials for paper. I just wanted to make sure. Say that much. Alright, let's take out 32 flour. We need paper. To make paper, we need pulp. Do we have pulp? Mixer is glue and sawdust. Alright. Take out this. Glue and sawdust so we can get that running. I'm hoping this is enough, at the very least. Right, we've got 26 glue just in case. This. Rest of the glue. Alright. Got 64 dough. The pulp, so we can actually run that through paper. Then we can go and get the refined storage thing to set up the trigger. Go, we got paper. Put the paper away. And let us see. What was it? What did we need? We got the network receiver. We just need the network card. Bada bing, bada boom. From there, we just place down the network transmitter right here. Then we put in the receiver up here, specifically. We'll have it connect here. We will set the network card to this location, like so. We'll have it put in there, and then we have the receiver connected here. So that way we can get a ton of destructors and creators all working in tandem. Alright, with that we take the cable and we make ourselves a ton of constructors and deconstructors. Alright, that's 8 constructors. Put down 3 to start with. 4, 5, 6. And we still need more, so we need 4 more specifically. So for the constructors, get 2 cores. There we go. The constructors. So we will have to organize each and every long. Let's just deal with these guys before they become an issue. This is going to be annoying, but I've kind of gotten used to these guys just running amok. That's fine. Okay. God, it's blinding, but hey, we've got to do this if we want to automate this some. Okay, with the constructors now in place, we will now need deconstructors specifically. Okay, with that in mind, deconstructors. Alright, that's 8. 2, 5, 8. And now I just need to make 3 more. Alright. And with that, we have all the deconstruction we need. And with that, we should be able to get the cable going for each and every one. That said, we should probably just make a bunch. There we go. From here, we can just place... Oh. Well, that works, I guess. We will have to specify, but it should work all the same. For example, we need to whitelist specific items. Alright, whitelist. So whitelist. We just put Infernium ore, like so. Here, we do the same exact thing. Infernium. Well, I guess I could put in Prosperity ore as well, because I do need to do both. Alright, Infernium, Prosperity. There we go. Prosperity. And here we go, Prosperity. And last one, Prosperity. There we go. From here, we do the same exact thing. Whitelist. Infernium, Prosperity. Infernium, Prosperity. Okay, that's the next step. Alright. Infernium, prosperity, whitelist, infernium, prosperity, whitelist. Finally, prosperity, infernium, whitelist. Okay. And with that, it should start breaking infernium and prosperity respectively. I just need to connect them to cables. So one here, and one here. Okay. And with that, we can automate this. We want to specify item placers, so we will have to split things up a little bit here, it seems. So I will take out prosperity from these, and I will take out infernium on the others. Alright, so prosperity, and these will take out infernium. Alright, this is going to prioritize prosperity. Prosperity. Same for these. Right, prosperity. Prosperity. And finally, prosperity. Okay. For here, we want copper ore, I believe is prosperity. Alright, let's see, just to be sure. Alright, copper, when under starlight, turns into prosperity. So we want copper placed here. Alright, copper, copper, copper. Copper will be placed, copper and copper. And then we want iron, 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 and finally iron. Now, with this automation, it should work as planned. My hope is that it does work. If not, I'm going to have to figure out a method to make it work. But it should, is the key thing. Worst case, I'm going to have to figure out a method, but hey, this will have to be... Well, worst case, I can move it back. That is the key thing here. But I digress. And prosperity coming in now, hopefully, and we should be good to go. And we don't have to worry about the things just going out of control, I think. The point is that it's going to work, hopefully. Really, I just want to check to make sure, but yeah, I don't think we have that time. Or luxury. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone for now. That's the key thing. Okay, now that we have infernium and prosperity, the two key things for mystical agriculture, we can finally begin. First, let's address the infernium ore. We can either enrich it, or we can use the arc furnace to cook it. Cooking the infernium ore will yield infernium ingots, which will give us a number of things. But the main source of things it can do is it can make us infernium gear, which is alright. I mean, there's damage, there's sickles, there's shears, scythes, there's even armor. But honestly, out of everything we want the infernium seeds specifically. So we were looking for seeds and infernium. To get infernium, we use the enrichment chamber on infernium essence itself. We can convert Saturn slime ore if we wish into it, apparently, which I've not seen yet. So we'll have to go to Saturn to check that out. There is the seed reproducer, which not sure what reprocessor, which can give us infernium, but I'm not sure how well that's going to go. It doesn't matter. The point is that we get We get tons of stuff. But anyways. It appears that we are breaking Infernium to get Infernium Essence, though, so we do have a resource starting to work. Alright. Infernium. Let us break these. Do we have a fortune upgrade for these sorts of things? Because it seems like we're getting Infernium Essence, which is good. I would assume so. Okay, with yeah, it's slowly producing. That's the good thing. Okay. Well, anyway, that is besides the point. Our first order of business. Let us make our first tier of Infernium seeds. We need 1 seed and 8 Infernium essence. That is an easy enough ask, all things considering. We are able to make 5 of said seed, so we're good on that front. We could do with some upgrades to make sure we get more Infernium, though. There is fortune upgrades, but we need a fortune 3 book, which we don't have access to often. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But now we have the 5 seeds we need for mystical agriculture. So now we're left with the decision on what we want to do. Well, the easiest process to go about farming these is to make a... And considering I had planned on doing so to begin with, well, I think it's time we make our next floor, which is going to be dedicated to 2 rows of farming, most likely. Or more, all things considering, because this mod pack requires a lot of farming. So much like our floor up here, which dedicates to more normal crops, we want down here to much more, if we can help it. So unlike the spore recreators, unlike the farming of melons or pumpkins, unlike the mining of potatoes or wheat, we're basically in the mass. Of course, we're probably going to be using farmers, so we just need to keep that in mind as we're building. But I digress. We're just going to follow a similar layout to what we have here, I'm guessing. So we will need to set up the corners, and we need to go by 1. We need to go by 11 by 11 blocks. But I digress. Let us get... 8. We got a ton of smooth basalt. Alright, and because we're in the middle, building priority. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Alright, so 11. 3, 5, 7, 9. We'll get the paneled glowstone, the linking and resonating tool away. Okay, so yeah, we need to go with... Okay, so we need 9 smooth basalt each time. Okay, and that should be our first... essentially our first row. And what we do here is we just place in glowstone at the middles here, because those will be the extensions to the farm. Because we will be making more farms, most likely. Okay, we basically just do the same corners here. And we basically just follow that outline through the entirety of this place. So, 2 glowstone blocks here, 2 glowstone blocks here, 2 here, 2 to here, 2 here, 1 in the corner, same on this corner here, or side here, same here, and we place 1 here on the corner. We can't place any on the side here just yet, so we'll have to wait on that, but we can still prep everything else with ease. Like so. And we should be able to get away with that. There we go. 8, 9, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, glowstone here. Alright, in the middle we place a glowstone block here. Just so we connect everything. Like so. And much like everything here, it's basically just going to be a repeat of this sort of design that we got going. Of course, before we even consider it, we should probably fill in the gaps as well, I'm thinking. Because we might as well, because we're not exactly planning to change this design anytime soon. And we're not intentionally going down floors because of this. Okay, put in the glowstone. There we go. Alright, glowstone there, glowstone here. Put in the tidbits like so. Follow up with these. Keep going. Oh, I misplaced here, but that's fine. That's an easy fix. There we go. Simple enough. Close up this. And almost done. There we go. From here, it's as easy as doing this. Like so. And glowstone. There we go. Oh god, that was a horrible placement, but that's fine. Alright. So we'll quickly go about setting up this, like so. Are we fine with this? Yes, I do believe so. Just rock these placements. Man, this is a tedious process, but it's not like we can build this with the wand. We have to go very specific with this. Although, then again, I suppose the wand will trivialize it some, but at the same time, at what points would it trivialize, right? Because you gotta keep in mind, we got like a 3x3 grid here that's just making room for ourselves. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along, sure. Okay. Like so. We will glowstone, block, glowstone, glowstone, block, glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Glowstone. Oh, whoops. Glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, there we go. That is basically one of the lines set up. Of course, we will need glowstone on each here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, no, I placed it a bit wrong here. So it's not here, I believe. It's right here. That one's right. This one is right. This one is wrong. But it's an easy enough fix. Don't need to worry too much. Because it goes right in the middle here. Like so. Alright, that is yet another corridor set. We will need to get a chisel out to deal with more glowstone. We'll get 2 stacks of glowstone for this occasion. Chisel there. Set the platform set. Alright. Now the lights. Okay, there we go. And now we do the other one. Alright. Glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So that's one corridor set up. We still need to do the other, so that shouldn't be too hard. The same thing. Okay, and finally, this should be the last bit. Alright, that's one row done. Let's do the next one on the other side here. Okay, glowstone, block, glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. We will need to do the same exact here, but considering we've already placed the glowstone, we don't need to worry too much about the design. Because the setup is roughly the same here. So we just need to make the line here. At least for this one. Okay. Just jump every now and again, like so. Get a line in. And there we go. We do the same exact thing for here. Alright. Follow up with the line here. There we go. Now, do we want to excavate this smidgen of an area? Honestly, I'm not a fan, personally. Because we can find a much better and more efficient way to go about traveling these floors, I'm sure. And... hold on, actually. Yeah, we do have access to the elevator mod, which is basically a easier form of transport. So what we could do is we could set up an elevator floor on each floor here to get us to the respective areas. So we will need to set up a small room for that. So we'll probably set up like some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of small archway on one side of the building. So maybe something like right here, or I don't know, somewhere. And we can have like a little small room that can basically get us up and down through the floors. Which will be rather convenient, all things considering, as we do need to get around really quickly in some cases. So that will be our method for transportation. We shouldn't necessarily need this area anymore then, if that's the case, if we do decide. But we will need hemp seeds, so we'll just leave it as is. Then anchor it off with some sort of building material, I'm guessing. So it looks nice, but that's an issue. And future build me. But I digress. Let us set up our other thing first. So we want glowstone here. Glowstone here. Oh, whoops. Right there. Some silk to get that. Place another one here. Another one in the middle here. And finally there. We'll get our unbreakable wand for this occasion. So that way we can quickly just... yeah, I'll just quickly fold out what we can. There we go. We'll miss out some blocks, but that's fine. As long as we place most of them, we're fine. Because I can always fill out the rest myself. Okay. Place 2. Keep moving. Place 2. Place 2. And there we go. Place 1 there. Alrighty. I guess it's really just the same process here. Although technically we don't have to do the whole glowstone thing, so... yeah, we just do a whole line here. And then we do the glowstone. Follow up with... yeah, I guess we follow up with the glowstone in the middle. But that is a concern once we get to it, which is now. So there, there, there. Done. Okay, so yeah, we've got a rough design set up for what we need to do. We just use the unbreakable wand when it's most convenient. And that is almost the entire grid setup, basically, for the design of what we need for the farm. Of course, we need to finish it off, so that is an issue that we will need to address. We are running out of basalt, though, we have to keep in mind. So we will have to address that issue when it comes into light, most likely. And of course, we'll have to deal with the water, so that is a given. But that is something we'll do when we get the dirt in, because that is really only the only issue that we have to worry about, I think, among other things. But I digress. We have a lot ahead of us anyways, so it's just one of those things that we just have to get... it's one of those things that we have to get used to, among other things. Okay. But with that, we can get the frame. Oh, got it. Misclick. Alright, let's just get the frame set up here for now. Like so. Place in the middle. And I guess rinse and repeat. Right, 9. Okay, 9. Place in the middle. Then we move over to this one. We don't necessarily need to build the middles just yet, but we can just keep the frame for it, because they will be needed. We just need to make sure we have the basalt for this, that's all. Okay. From here, we get the basalt here, or the glowstone there. We should probably make sure we get this end as well. Alright, from there, glowstone, like so. Alright, make sure to place a block there so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, glowstone. Alright, blocks. Make sure we cut this one out. There we go. From here, we place that there. And we make sure glowstone is in the middle of each frame here. Alright. That's good. This is good. And now we just need to do this last tidbit here. Which I think we have enough basalt for, but we will try our best. Whoops, grab that. Next. Finally, this one. Okay, we just barely ran out. Thankfully, we can convert this basalt into something, I'm sure. Alright. We want... go. And now we've finally the rest of basalt needed for the entirety of this base. Or at least this floor, I should specify. Okay. Basalt, or glowstone, glowstone, glowstone. Now we breakable. And all we gotta do is just fill in the gaps. Start with... oh, whoops. Ah, great. I misclicked. Great, 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 great. Well, that sucks. That's kind of cringe. Alright, well, I don't really have much I can do, but mine up the excess, which I just buggered up. Great. 5 stacks worth, no less. And this is kind of why I didn't want to use the wand. There are mistakes like that. Pain. Just immense pain now. Oh well. It happens, I guess. We'll live with our mistakes and move on. Or at least in this case, my mistake. Well, hey, that's par for the building, right? There are some things that you just can't avoid at times. Oh well. At the very least, it won't affect the build too heavily. I just have to mine out what I accidentally did. If anything, the easy part is just going to be placing dirt and just turning that into like a floor. That is going to be the easy bit. And I'm certainly not going to complain once we start that. That's for sure. Alright, first and foremost, let's address the... Oh, God, right. To actually break these as well. Otherwise, it's just going to build up again. So we have to literally cut open this as well. If we want this to place properly, like so. Alright, let's chop these out. Shouldn't be too hard beyond that. Okay. And while I could use Vein Miner in this situation, it would not help me in the long run. Because obviously it's just going to add more blocks that I would need to cut down, which is just inefficient in general. Oh great, glowstone broke. Alright, glowstone, place that back. Chop this open, like so. Alright, place these in tow. Next we got this area. We'll cut that open, like so. There we go. Alright. Should be a little bit better. Of course, we will cleanse these lines, of course. So we'll start with these and move on from there. Okay, let's chop these out while I have the chance. And finally, here we go. There we go. And that just leaves... yeah, just clean up, really. And then we don't need to place anything else. Yep. So it's just a matter of cleaning up the rest of basalt that we placed down. Which, you know, tedious, but needs to be done. But hey. It's a lot better than having to remake this entire floor, which I'm not going to do. Took enough time just making the grid, let alone just doing everything else. And surprise, surprise, that took an hour, no less. Or at least less than that, but still. It's still annoying enough that I didn't want to do it. And that says a thing. Okay. So with that, we've basically got most of it cleared up. But we will need to clear all of it. And once we do, we will get dirt on the platforms, and we'll just start using the placer accordingly. Or rather, we'll use the wand to quickly place the dirt and make a grid. We will have to place a block on the bottom, though, in the very middle, so we can place water, so we can actually provide this thing with, or the crops with their appropriate form. We'll start with one farm, I'm thinking, to start with, so we can start up automation. But we're probably going to need more than one farm of just Infernium. Or at the very least, we're going to need a way to turn the seeds into something more productive. Well, we'll figure something out, I'm sure. But automation is a must for this. And we're going to need to increase the crop growth and yield if we can help it. But I digress. Alright, flour is perfectly fine. So now what we can do is we'll start placing this in flour and salt. Dust dough away. Let's make some more pizza. Alright, 20 slices of pizza. That's going to be fantastic for our food. Now we don't have to worry about food for any time soon. Alright. let's just get a bunch of... And let's make a line here. And there we go. Alright. That is one line there. I guess I can make more. Why not? I've got the dirt for it, after all. From here, make the second one, like so. And I guess we can do another one. We'll make as... well, we can fully do them all, I suppose. There is nothing stopping us from doing so. It doesn't take as long as we did the other floor, after all. Just have to make sure we do the holes here, which will be filled once we get the chance. Okay. Drop in the middle here. There we go. I guess we don't need the dirt because it's, you know, it is dirt after all. We've got a lot of it. It don't matter though. It don't matter. Okay. Chop there. And I guess we got this row next. Okay, we need more dirt. Got dirty gold somehow. Not sure how we got it, but okay. I mean, I guess we got dirty gold. I guess? Okay. Alright, one of these. Okay, in the middle. Do this one here. Alright. So we open this up. Man, that's a lot of farms, but we're gonna once we get these set up. Oof. You know what? Before we make any more, we should at least set up our Infernium seeds to start with, because it's going to be vital that we do so. Alright, let's get some stone set up for the situation at hand. Let us get our diamond chisel, because we need to turn this into stone. Right. Have big tile stone. We will cover that up there, because the big tile stone is usually what's going to be used to cover the ceiling of this area. That way we don't have to see the redstone and all that. Or at least that's the goal of what I'm doing here. Let us get ourselves a bucket. Okay, with this bucket, we shall get ourselves, obviously, a bucket of water, which we seem to have ran out on. Which, you know, makes sense. We've got a lot of water that we went through. Do we have a way of getting more, though? How much water have I gone through, actually? Hold on. I need to check the fluid container, actually, because I think our water is being drawn from there now, currently. No, my fluid container is actually getting more. Just slowly but surely. An excessive amount, mind you, but all the same, we're getting more and more. Alright, let's get a fluid laser relay. We'll get our wrench. We'll place that there. Get this. Place it there. That way we're going to water. At least hopefully. Oh, jeez. Skeleton, really? What thing is causing them to spawn? Hold on. Oh, whoops. Testing? Testing? Alright, there we go. Apologies for that. My headset unplugged. Oh, man. Seems that skeleton did more than just, cut me off in, conversation. Alright, let's see. What's the issues here? Okay, so... Naming issues. We've got a few areas that are just unlit in general, so... Let's solve those while we can. Okay. There. One here. One here. There's one on these while we're at it. We're gonna place torches there. That way they can't spawn. We'll place a torch up here. Place a torch up here just to be safe. Torch on the tippy top here. So don't have to worry about that. Torch here. Torch on top of here, here. Torch in the very middle there, I guess. Same for here. Alright, torch in the middle here. What else? I guess there's that entire area there, but we shouldn't have to worry about that. We'll just torch this and this. And that area is fine as it is. Place a torch there just in case it's another problem. Spiders have become an issue, but that's fine. We can easily check to figure out what the problem is. And it seems to be this, right here. So we'll place a torch here. And there we go. That should be most of the problem sorted, I do believe. So, oh, whoops. Wrong button. Press F7. That'll turn off the grid, I do believe. Let's just check to make sure. Yep. Grid is gone. We're safe. Okay, with that out of the way, let us... Now, let's see if we can get some buckets of water going. Okay. Do we have a compass? No, we do not. Do we have one in our bag? Yes, we do, actually. Okay, we want this only out of. There we go. Now that's going to start pumping water into the machine, which will start focusing on the water reservoir here, which is good. So let that process. We have water now, and we will use this one bucket of water to start with our Infernium, and we'll go from there, essentially. Let's just hope this works, really. Because if it not, then I'm going to have to figure out another method. Alright. Infernium. There we go. It seems the Infernium is growing as intended, though. We just need to make sure the crops are all getting water and all getting lights as we can. Or when we can, anyways. There we go. Keep going, and we should have this entire row of crops set up in a hot minute. There we go. Now let's just make Infernium be more popular. It appears that our system isn't being automated, though, which is the issue. So we need to figure out what's going on and what the problem is with this, What's going on here that we need to figure out? Is it not getting it properly? That might be the issue. Alright, hold on. Let's see. What would be the easiest way to handle this? Okay, well, first and foremost... First, let's start unlinking. We'll go from there. Alright, connected, 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 connected. Alright, connect, 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 and connect, connect, connect. Now that should work. I believe anyways. Now, if it does work, then we should be good to go, I think. At least I'm hoping it does. Well, worst case, we'll just have to figure out an alternative path for this, because it might be that the constructors are blocking the way to these things. Which, I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. You know what? A smidgen. We can probably get away with the same design for the most part. We just have to do some alterations. Alright, let's take out the constructors. Take out the piping here. Take this, this, and this. Alright, first the deconstructors. Alright, deconstructor, deconstructor. Alright, another set. And the final set here. Alright, that makes 12, so we got all of them. Let us start by picking up these iron ores and coppers. So we can set these up a little properly. Okay. Ah, no, nuts. I broke the machine. Ah, great. Okay, well. There we go. Well, worst case, yeah. Let's just hope the thing works. It should work, though, all the same. God, it is bright, though. I must admit, I'm not a fan. Ugh. Alright, so first and foremost, let's start by placing down the Kepler iron and copper. So we'll start with the iron. So iron goes here. We want the iron to go over here on the side. Just one block out, mind you. But it's a big change all the same. Because if we extend it one block out, we should be able to give it full visibility of the block without impeding the destructor or the constructor's methods. So all we gotta do, place down a block, put in the iron, and we can do the same for the copper. We just have to make sure there is a block distance. copper. Like so. Do the same for the side here. Place down the copper. And you know what, just to be sure, we should probably get the copper and iron as well while we have the chance. So that way we can set up the constructors and deconstructors. So first, we should probably place the constructors down. Right, no, we want that to face here. And we can, I guess we can use dirt as a temporary placement. We want the constructors first. And we want them placing iron here. So iron, iron, iron. We'll do the same here. Okay, we get iron, iron, iron. From here, we do, right, once we break that, that is, we make it copper, 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 and finally, the last set of constructors does the same exact thing. Copper, copper, and copper. There we go. Now that we have that setup sorted, we can destroy setup, which are basically going to connect much like everything else, but they are going to destroy a specific block. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be problematic with this one, but that is fine by me. We just need to chop this block out for temporarily, and that should do it. There we go. Yeah, we can just look under them now. Okay. Now, because of the situation at hand here, we will have to set them up right now so we can get the proper materials. So let's quickly take that out. Let us put in the copper and the iron. And hopefully, if I am right on this assumption, the linking tool... Alright, we break all links. Let us start by connecting everything and making it glow. And it seems like it is working, because it is glowing, which is the good thing. Right, glow, glow, glow. And finally glow, glow, and glow. Yeah, so it should be moved just a smidgen because it's not facing the moonlight, or it's not getting direct sunlight, which was probably the issue in the first place. So now that we have this set up, what we do is we take the silk touch here, so we can get one of them, or the prosperity specifically. We want to whitelist prosperity ore. Do the same with this one and this one. So its goal is to mine prosperity ore, get it set up, essentially. Okay, same for this. We whitelist, whitelist, and whitelist. There we go. Now for this, we do the same exact thing, but for Infernium instead. So Infernium, we whitelist, Infernium, whitelist, Infernium, whitelist. And we do the same exact thing right here. Infernium, Infernium, and finally Infernium. There we go. Now that we've set up that, if we place the prosperity ore here, Infernium ore here, and we connect the system just right, we take the 64 cable. What we do, we connect it to everything first, like so. We'll just have it connecting down here, and we might as well just do an entire circle because I'm not going to be bothered about looking at looks too much, but I digress. With that, we just connect it up, and now everything's going to break and place accordingly. Alright. And from here, because we've set up those, we can now get the placers in. And finally, we'll have to do that a bit awkward because of this, but that's fine. But all of these should start pumping out the resources we need. And the automation of the Kepler-22 iron and copper being an issue, because it'll automate itself fine. From what we've seen, that is. It'll process 6 at a time, so we don't have to worry about that. We could probably make it much faster if we get more, but that's going to require more of these high-quality celestial crystal collectors, which I made this one into a max one, if I'm not mistaken. So we'd have to do some more celestial crystal shenanigans, which I'm not a fan of. But yeah, that'll just slowly process, and over time we'll just get enough of the resources that we need. But yeah, that is yet another automation done. And by the time we... well, honestly, we should have enough to start making some more Infernium. Yep, we've got enough for some more seeds. Alright. That is 4 more Infernium seeds to make. We could probably get away with making an Infernium watering can if we want. Surely. If we can, I'd prefer a silk upgrade if we can for the destructor, so that way we can just get the blocks itself. But it ultimately doesn't matter in the end, I think. Because either way, we'll be getting what we need. Think about it. Well, no, I don't have to think about it, I just need to check. Silk Touch upgrade. We just need a Silk Touch book, and yeah, we can make it happen. Okay, so we can we can apply a Silk Touch upgrade to at least some of them, but we'd need Silk Touch in general. Let's see, do we have any Silk Touch books? I don't think we do. Efficiency, power, knockback, protection. I think it just comes down to what books we can make, so... I mean, I guess I could make an enchanting table. I've not done it before, though. Lens of Disenchanting can be used to transfer a single enchantment from an enchanted item to either a book or an already enchanted book. Let's see. Lens of Disenchanting. We need a lens, an enchantment table, and 7 empowered diamantine crystals, which requires the empower to set up, which requires light blue dye, 2 clay, diamantine crystal, and clay. Okay. Add enchantments using experience and fluid energy. Feed in an experience as fluid, and then add any enchantable item. Can be automated with pipes and hoppers. Okay. I guess I got an enchantment table. Okay, cool. Infernal Chanter. Okay. That's another thing, I guess. Removes enchantments for a price. This will strip off enchantments one by one with a cost. Feed in your enchantments at the top, add the books into the middle. It'll consume one of each ingredient for each enchantment removed. And put each one on a book. Okay. This will strip off enchantments one by one with a cost. Feed in your enchantments into the top and the books in the middle. It will consume one of each ingredient for each enchantment removed. Okay, interesting. Okay, can we make it though is the question. It'll take a fire charge, some purple stained glass, some bottles of enchanting, which we can't actually make, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have experience droplets just yet, so we won't be able to make that. There is the enchantment factory, but we need enchanted Galarian metal to make that happen. There is the powered enchanter. How do you get experience fluid then? Feed in experience as a fluid and then add any enchantable item. Can be automated with pipes and hoppers. I mean, I'm willing to give it the powered enchanter a try. Okay, I nearly made the game crash by accidentally clicking out of the game. That was close. Okay, Inventory crafting table, inventory upgrade, indirection pulsar. Okay, so we're getting into the cyclic things now, it seems. Just to get the enchantments we need to make this a bit more efficient. Which is interesting. We're going about this an interesting way, I think. But it's not bad. I'm not not complaining about this. Okay, but we will need to find a way to get our liquid experience to begin with. Essence can get a fluid dictionary converter. Okay. This machine will transform similar fluids from different mods. Okay. Okay, we can either get a melter to melt it into experience, or we can find another means to get experience, it seems. Isn't there like something like a drain to get experience? Drain fluid that's nearby and below. Ender bookshelf, no. Water charm, hydrator. Precise dropper. Item magnets. No. Nearby XP orbs, and then release or bottle them for later. There's a lot of interesting recipes, it seems. Do we have enough for a... We need charcoal or coal for this. I should be able to do the charcoal bit, at the very least. Yeah, I can just use the melter here and make what we need. Put in a U-log and that should cook. No, I guess not. Oh, that's not good. Did it disconnect? Oh, it did. RIP. Hopefully that didn't cause a split in the feed, which would suck, I must admit. Okay, we've got mulberry, we've got oak. Let's try oak. Maybe that'll help. Alright, hold on. Yeah, the energize... Hold on. Charcoal. We can use the industrial mill to grind it. We can make charcoal with the coke oven. There's the millstone. Okay, so we've managed to... Okay, so hopefully the connection didn't cause any too much harm. But it seems my connection might have cut. So I need to check... I might have to check Twitch later to see if the footage got corrupted in some way. In which case I'm just going to have to make this into part 1 and 2. Which is fine. It's happened before. I'd prefer not to have to go through all that shenanigans again, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and you just can't fight it, to be honest. But hey, it's not that big a deal. We'll just worry about it when it comes relevant. But anyways, charcoal. Alright. We can use the stoked kiln, it seems, to make it, so that is a fine recipe to go about it. So we got the kilns going on. They are pumped up quite a bit. Let's see. Let's see. There's the Sirius, there's the grindstone, industrial mill. Okay, the low-grade charcoal, we can go through the clay kiln or the stoked kiln. Now, hopefully it means the blue flame kiln, because I'm hoping that's right. Because if not, I'm going to be worried, but that's fine. If it's not, we'll just figure... I'm hoping this is right. Guess we'll see. Oh, there we go. Yep, it's working. As intended. Alright, with that then, we can make a ton of low-grade charcoal. We will get grinding away to get some quickly charcoal. Or quick charcoal, anyways. And that will be our, at least a small source of power that we can utilize in the near immediate future. And off we go. We need the charcoal anyway for the recipe, so we should definitely use that to our advantage. Alright. 1 charcoal. And now... we just need 2 things. We need a hopper, which is easy enough to make, and a fire charge. From there, we make the experience pylon, which I'm not sure if it's going to be used in particular, but we'll have to see. Kills give experience and player only drops. Okay. Pulls in items in the experience every 100 ticks. On by default, can be turned off by giving redstone power. Okay. A powered enchanter is next. Let's see. How does a powered enchanter work? let's start by figuring that out. So we'll probably place the powered enchanter here so it's given power, which is not working. We can use energy cables to power it, though, it seems. So we should keep that in mind. In that case, we could just place it right next to this. There we go. Experience pylon. It can collect orbs. Oh, drain experience from player. There we go. That's what we can do. Collecting and dispensing. Now I can drain all my experience. And there we go. We've got a ton of experience just in that pylon now. Alright, drain all experience from me. And let's get some bottles. Okay. The powered enchanter. Now, how do we transfer the liquid into some... Or how do we transfer the XP into a liquid? We can use the melter. There's also the fluid dictionary, which converts essence into experience, which we don't need. Oh, it appears that I've got the title wrong anyways for the stream, which kind of sucks. I'm going to have to change that, actually. 1 second. Alright, let's see. I need to quickly edit that. Alright, no, it's Sevtech Ages. It's on the wrong category. That is my mistake. That would explain a few things. Well, it always happens. There's a hiccup here and there. It happens. That's my bad. Man, it took me a while to figure that out, huh? Alright, let's start by making some bottles. Alright, so we'll get a few bottles. That's 3 bottles of enchanting. Let's just get our experience back real quick. Well, unless I can figure out a way to drain this into an actual pool, in which case I might actually do that instead. Because at the very least, then I can turn it into something more malleable, I would figure. Let's see. Fluid tank. Alright, a fluid tank of extreme proportions. There we go. We get an external storage. Alright, we are missing a formation core. Easy enough to get, though. There we go. And can we bucket it, is the question. Let's see. There's an experience solidifier. It uses the player experience and turns it into a solidified experience. Which can later be used by right-clicking. Which is an unfamiliar item for me, in particular. So we won't be able to use that, but can we get the experience? Okay, so we need a melter to get the experience. But if we can get that, then we can drain it into the system. So to make a melter, we need a block of iron, some obsidian, blaze powder, and a dropper. That shouldn't be too hard. Alright, we just need blaze. Yeah, we just need blaze powder, which easy enough to grind. We just take it to... That'll grind away real quick. Got 4 blaze powder because of it. Put 2 blaze powder on the sides, and we got ourselves a melter. From here, we just find a way to transfer it. Which, simple enough, honestly. We could just place it right... Yeah, we just place it right here, honestly, if we wanted to. Alright. Let's just quickly get our experience back. As much as I like seeing it in there, I think it's better just on us, ultimately. Yeah, it's annoying that I have to go through this, but hey, it's fine. Alright, 40, 30, 20, 10. There. Empty. Alright. What I can probably do, actually, if I wanted, is probably get... Alright, well, first let's figure out how this works. That way we can start putting it in. We'll place that there for now. And we want to drain liquid, so... Alright, so we want a small fluid tank. We want the 8 capacity ones. Alright, so we want 2 specifically. One is going to be dedicated to putting the liquid in. The other is going to be dedicated to putting the liquid into the system itself. So place it there. So this will be where the fluid goes. This will be where the fluid enters. So this will go here, and the experience pile will go here. Two fluid extraction cables should be enough for the test. Alright. If I add 500, that'll fill it with 8 buckets of fluid experience. And that should count for fluid of experience, which is nice. It means we can get an experience bucket as a specific means to get resources out. Alright, now we've got the choice of getting a fluid laser relay set up. So we're going to do that real quick. Okay, I thought something was going on. Thankfully not. Alright, we get the energy laser relay. Activate that. We'll cut up this energy relay because we're going to need it in a minute. Because I do believe we're going to need more fluid laser relays, so... We'll take these and we'll toss these into the machine because we're going to need 4 laser relays ultimately to finish this project that we have in mind. Okay, turn that off. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to place a fluid laser relay here. We'll do the same up here. We are going to want to place a fluid... And we'll have the laser relay, I guess, connect there. for our purposes. Specifically, to make this only into, only out of, and this will be both directions. This experience bucket, however, on the other hand, is going to be a whitelist. We want a fluid. We're going to specify experience. We will in the fluid of experience, lock it in. Now we've got fluid experience in there. And from here, all we've got is a wrench up to here. And this will connect over to here, which will give this fluid experience. And I will expel all my experience in there. We will cut this out real quick so we can have some room to work. And what we need to specifically do is we need to get an importer, I believe. Alright, we need some more annihilation cores for this. We get an importer. And we just put in the fluid for experience. We want to specify fluids. Alright, so we specify fluids. Take a bucket of experience. We specify that this is the only thing that should go. And we just whitelist it. There we go. Experience. This will take in fluid experience. And now we just get some books. Alright, let's see what we get. Of enchantments. Mending on top. That said, now enchantments. Okay, so we have the experience pylon, which is converting experience into liquid. Now we need to get a way to, I guess, really just, well, God, what was the word? I need to remove enchantments for a price now. So we need purple glass, which is easy enough. It's just that. There we go. We need a hopper. And now we can make the thing. The unenchant pylon. Alright. What does the unenchant pylon do? We need to give it power. We need to use glowstone and redstone, an enchanted bottle. And we should be good to go, really. Alright, well, I guess that's that. Let me get some glass bottles then real quick. Get a stack of 6. Start making bottles while we can. In turn, we should be able to make as many as we feasibly can for disenchanting. Alright, so we need glowstone. Get a stack of that. Get a stack of redstone. Alright. From here, we place in the bottle of enchanting. Let's get the 58 book. And finally, we need power. So let's quickly mine this real quick. So we can place it over to here, I guess. There we go. Bottle of enchanting. These. Go. And thus start the process of extracting enchantments. Alright, so we need Silk Touch mainly. So let's see. Silk Touch, roasting. There is also mending, so we gotta keep that in mind. So we can get a mending book. Why not? Alright, speed boost, protection, fortune 2. Power 3, sapping, light pierce, efficiency. Here we go, another Silk Touch. We just need 2 for this purpose. Which we can convert. Respiration Silk Touch now. There we go. Should get stacks of books. Yep, we got Silk Touch, Power 3s, Wall Jump and Roasting, Reading. Alright. Alright. Oh, we've ran out of room, so... Here we are. Knockback. There we go. Light Pierce is also a thing. Let us move these. It's probably an unnecessary thing that we're doing here, but whatever. I'm just doing it because I can. Alright. Then... Okay. Let's see. Back. Now we split these up further. Okay. Split this up. Alright. Put this up next, and then we store these away. Alright, start. Alright. This is the next one. Get these ones through. That leaves 3 more books. And finally, we've got a few more books left to... But this process, while annoying, is actually quite useful. We need to get sap. Iron wall, there we go. Let us recharge our power to our remote. There we go. Now with that... Oh, we should put our thing back. Keep the compass here, we'll keep that there. Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright, yeah, no. We've basically bought most of the books. We just need to put away the ones that only have 1 enchant. We'll split up everything else that is multi-enchant. That way we can organize. And then we can just use a powered anvil, basically. And I believe those are all enchants. They're split. We split up Depth Strider and Smite next. And there we go. Alright. We've got a bunch of enchantments, some curses, some not. We're looking for the Silk Touch. Here we go, we've got 2. Which is exactly what we need for our recipe. Alright, so to make these Silk Touch cards, we need 2 bookshelves, an upgrade, and a Silk Touch book. We'll get 2 upgrade cards. Get the Silk Touch there. And now all we need is the bookshelves. Alright, book row line, we'll put that there. Alright, 4. Book. Away. Alright, 2 Silk Touch upgrades, finally. Took us a while to get there, but we managed to get it in the end, which is nice. Okay, so how are we going to deal with this? Well, obviously, we'll put the upgrade on one of these here. So we'll put it on one deconstructor here. And because this handles copper, we'll have this deconstructor here for Silk Touch. There we go. The rest will have his fortune when the time comes. First, we'll address the sleep issue. So that'll be good. Alright, can we teleport to other locations? Because I have been here since a while. No we cannot. Okay, so we will have to go to Kepler 22 at some point with a rocket, but that is fine. We have gotten used to this at this point. But hopefully we don't have to, because our farming should be good. But at the very least, our Infernium has full maturity. We will just have to destroy it from here, though. So we do have an extra Inferium because of it. Preferably, I'd like to get more, but I'm not sure how we're going to automate this, to be honest. We'll have to see, really. But at the very least, it seems the seeds are not going to follow the norm. Alright, so first mythical agriculture seeds. Alright, managed to get 48. Good. So we're gonna get a ton of crop set, I do believe. Not enough to fill the entire farm, because it usually takes like 64 to fill and farm. But hey. This is much better than what could have gone down. So now the automation here is going to skyrocket. But before we can hope like heck it's going to work, we're going to need to set up some means to increase the speed of these crops growing. The easiest way, obviously, is the Aviaries, because it's helped the mundane farms, but I'm not sure that's going to work for everything else here. So I'm going to need to find a way to make it a bit faster. Now, base crafting seeds can be used to make crafting seeds, which will be used to make different types of seeds. Namely, it's going to get us the basics of wood seeds, it's going to get us water seeds, ice seeds. It's going to get us the basics of the basics, essentially. And we're going to need a infusion crystal to start off, so we will have to keep that in mind, but it is not an issue currently. But that is something for the near future that we will have to look into. For us, essentially. For us to improve the growth of these seeds, we're going to need... Well, first, obviously, we're going to want to automate this. So that is the first goal. So for us, start off by setting up a network under here. So that way we have a cable going to everything to start with. For that to happen, we just need to set everything up accordingly. So first, let us make the machine to farm. I'm hoping this machine farms, but it's hard to say. Alright, so we got the farmer. Now, I'm not sure if this farmer is actually going to address other mods in particular. But let's see. Once placed in the world, plant and harvest different kinds of crops and other plants, which can be seen on the following pages. Okay, so this farmer is reserved for things that are normal crops in nature, excluding one or two. So it won't help us when we're doing Infernium seeds, so we will need to find a alternative route for this. So, in order for that to work then, we are going to need a industrial craft farm, I believe. So let's see, we've got enchantment sorters, we got enchantments, we got mob crushers, animal baby, animal feeder, sower, fertilizer, black hole unit. Let's see. Sludge refiner, mob detector, ore processor, controller, enchantment factory, no, animal grower, no. Resourceful tank? A resourceful furnace? Plant interactor. Here we go. When provided with power, it will right-click crops and fruit to harvest them, and store them in the inventory to drop them, or drop them in the ground if they can't be stored. It works with Pam's fruits and plants by default. We're gonna have to try a multitude of things. But for mystical agriculture, I'm not sure that's gonna work. Let's see. Sower, there's the plant fertilizer and the plant gatherer. When provided with power and fertilizer, it will bone meal crops and saplings. Okay, that's not going to work. Plant gatherer. Okay, so the industrial foregoing stuff won't actually... Okay, place over water and near crops. What would this do? It will water nearby crops, increasing their growing speed. Multiple sprinklers in the same area do stack. Okay, that isn't going to help us, though. When bees increase crop growth in a 4-block radius. Okay, so I think really just the apiary is the best option here. Alright, we'll make an apiary here. This will just at least speed up crop growth anyways. So I'll place that there, like so. I'll get half a stack of bees from one of the crops here. There we go, half a stack. The bees will replicate themselves, so it's fine. That should help with crop growth some, but I'm not sure how effective it will be with Infernium, so we'll have to see. Alright. We're going to have to just hope we find a suitable means to deal with mystical agriculture, though. Alright, let's see. Alright. Hopefully this... I'm gonna have to just test out the farmer, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll have another crop set up, though. So I can set up things for, like, the chili peppers and whatnot, maybe. If I'm lucky. Hopefully. Alright, well, let's make a machine block then, because we kind of need this. Alright, machine case, we're going to need 21 light gray plastic blocks. Alright then. Alright, a ton of light gray plastic blocks. Alright, we need redstone engineering block. We need a black iron frame. Alright, and now we just need the last tidbit, which I do believe, yep, it's quartz glass. And finally, an advanced wafer to finish it off. Okay, let's start by making this. It's been a while since we made one of these, but that's par for the course. And making the frame for the machine case. And it's just a matter of how this works. Because if not, well, we're going to have to figure out something else, don't we? But oh well. At that point, it's just a matter of just testing a few things, seeing what works, and yeah, we'll go from there. Worst case, I use a Google search. In fact, that might be the best course of action. 1 second. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so we can use the seed reprocessor to get infernium, it seems. So what does this... So what is a seed reprocessor? It converts seeds into their respective crop outputs. It runs on the power of theoretical energy, which means you don't need to give it power. Okay. Okay, so if you have any extra seeds, you can basically convert it into resource. Which, I mean, it has its benefits here. But we're looking for something that actually automates this. We don't need something that actually does nothing for it. So, let's see. Well, we've got 3 crops already set, so let's just hope this is enough. Alright, we got the farmer, we just need the basic outputs, so we need the basic farmers. Okay, that's 1. We still need a gold plate. Alright, do we have plate press? No, but I think it's in the machine already, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Yep, it's currently in. Paste in the gold ingots, and we'll get 1 of our gold plates immediately. Like so. Alright. With that then, we can make another basic farmer. And we've got ourselves a farmer in its own blood, or flesh and blood. Okay. Now, if this farmer does work from actually additions, once we provide it with power, of course, then we are basically golden. Because if we can provide power using it, then I'm not going to complain. It means we have a means to, you know, provide power to the entire area, put simply. Which is fine by me. But I digress. We're going to have to figure out the power source to the problem first and foremost. And the best way to do that is actually provide power from here, it seems. So, yeah, honestly, I think the best way is to cable. So I'll use an energy cable for this. This is already an output, basically, so we'll do it like that. And then we need an energy laser relay. Okay. We need advanced coils. Here we go. Now, will this work? Question. Alright, so we got that connected. What we're probably going to have to do is place the laser here, or somewhere here, I guess. I'm not sure where specifically we're going to place it, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. This seems to be a bit closer, though. But it's not going to connect us up, I don't think. Hmm. Okay. Using the power of the laser wrench, we connect this block over to here, maybe? Nope, it is too far. Okay, in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off. We should have another power cell. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. We use the chiseled stone here. Like so. Actually, no, what we do is we use the chiseled stone here. Power cell right here. Like so. Place in an energy laser relay here. It can just power accordingly like that. Hopefully it does connect, though. It does indeed. Now, is it going to farm these crops, is the question. It doesn't look like it, which is a shame. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it is. Oh. Oh, man. I was worried there for a sec it wasn't going to farm. Okay, that's a good thing. That means the actually addition farms are actually going to work with this setup. So that means we have an automation method for farming Inferium seeds. I was worried it wasn't going to work, but hey, now that it's confirmed, we got a dang thing now. Alright, that does mean that we're going to have to set up an automation here, though, because once that setup goes in, there's no stopping it, I think. Alright, in that case, though, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with all these crops. Hopefully there's a way to automate them growing as well, because if we can speed up their growth, that is going to make things a lot more efficient and save us a lot of time in the near future, most likely. As for what we grow in the near future, that is hard to say, but most likely it's going to be things that are going to help us. Namely, wood, all that sort of stuff. All that juicy stuff. Alright. From here then, because this is automated, we can start setting up the receiver, I do believe. Alright, in that case, we're going to need refined storage. We're going to need that transmitter and receiver, specifically. Going to require 2 machine cases, I believe. Alright. 1 transmitter. Alright, we're going to need some annihilation and creation cores. Okay, it seems we've ran out of the, yeah, we've ran out of the material. So that's annoying, but that's fine. We will live with the situation at hand. What we really need, though, is to get some we need to get more silicon, I think. Alright, 2 silicon. Alright, so silicon. That'll process automatically, and we'll slowly make ourselves some network cables, which should be enough to make the transmitter and receiver. Just barely, that is. Alright, 1 logic processor. Alright, so for the receiver, we'd need another formation core. Alright, so we got transmitter, we got receiver. Perfect. Now we need the card itself, which I do believe is here. There we go, a network card. Let us get the receiver set up. Receiver should be on the bottom end here. So the receiver should go here. Set up the network card for this. Here we get the transmitter. And from here we go all the way up to the nether bricks. And we start placing down the mechanism here, I guess. There we go. Network card is connected. And from here, we should be able to connect to the crops with ease. Now, if we do get seeds, I'm not saying we will, but in the rare chance that we do get seeds, which we do, that's going to be nice. We're going to use it to fill up this corner here, which is probably just going to fill up the entire rest of the crops here. Gonna be fine. But in the off chance that we want to automate this even further, it's just going to be helpful if we do so. Alright, but I digress. From here, what we do is we get a importer, which is going to require another little template here coming in, which is all in here. Yep, 15. Place one there. Now we got another importer. We're going to specify the crop we've got here. So we'll take the Infernium Essence. We'll make sure to place this here. We want to import or whitelist items of Infernium. I'm not too worried about seeds, honestly. We can always just use the excess later. Honestly, I don't expect it, though. And in that regard, we could actually... we're not in a worry to... Okay. Now cable. Let us get the cable organized. Cable will just run around here, like so. And we'll have it connect up to here. Like so. With relative ease. Don't need any more cable beyond that point just yet. For now, it should be enough that we just do it like this. And there we go. Now, of course, we're going to need a lot more than this, so we will have to keep that in mind. But that is an easy fix. Now, if I'm correct, that'll break. And it'll take out any Infernium Essence and put it into the inventory, and that'll just slowly grow. Now, of course, we want the crops to grow a bit faster, so we should address that first. So let's start by trying to figure out a way to make it faster. Alright, so the Ring of Growth, which, when charged with an Energizer and in your hand, uses CF to make plants around you grow much faster. There is the Crystal Growth Accelerator, but we don't need that. Red Fertilizer apparently speeds up growth. Growth Accelerator. These are basically... yeah. These help plants grow. So it's best used on the Infernium crops, I guess. Well, I'm about trying to add the growth accelerators through this method. In which case, I'm going to have to reorganize the design of how crops are made. Or at least how piping is done here. But hey, that's fine. Alright. Grab these. There we go. There we go. Of course, this might alter the way we do farming, but that's fine, considering it's not going to be hard to place in the growth accelerators. That said, we need to make a bunch of Infernium Essence blocks, so that is going to be something that we're going to actually have to go off-planet for, I think. How's fortune for books? Alright, let's see. We've got efficiency, we've got feather falling, smite, sharpness, bane, fortune 2. Do we have any fortune 3s that we can work with? I don't think we have fortune 3, oddly enough. Yeah, we don't have fortune 3, which is surprising. Alright, book. All right. Back. Okay, so let's... There we go. Okay, so these are the types of extra. Boost and fire protection. Protection. But nothing built for... Alright, let's put the... Okay. Alright. Alright, sapping and curse of vanishing. Pierce, power, and protection. Alright. Two. Alright. Now for these are going to be pretty easy to do. Alright, Iron Wall and Depth Strider. We're definitely going to want Unbreaking, though, on our gear, though, I think. Because Unbreaking is going to be nice for at least repairing our item that we have. Multi-rend... A lot of enchantments on this book in particular. There's 5, no less. Okay. Alright, then we'll disenchant this. We're going to need a lot more books, it seems. But that is fine. I kind of half expected this. Alright, 3. Alright, we should be able to get 2 out of this, and then 1 from one of the other books. Probably the Smite and Unbreaking, most likely. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's see, efficiency 4s, there's some protect fortunes, bane, sharpness. I think the key thing that we got is unbreaking. Yeah. Disenchant items, if I'm not mistaken. Unchant pylon. It doesn't specify whether it needs to be a book. Yeah, it doesn't, actually. Hold on. In that case, couldn't I... Yeah, I should be able to get rid of efficiency and unbreaking, and I can get Silk Touch off Steel Leaf pickaxes. And going by Twilight Forest, then we can start removing the thorns, unbreaking and protection, mending. Yeah, we should be able to get protection 4, mending, and respiration from that then. There's fire aspect, there's sharpness. Yeah, there's a lot of enchantments that we could have stripped. That's a shame. I will need books then, but that is a worry for another time, to be honest. That is hands tied with this, to be honest, so we've got a lot of time and effort to work into here. But yeah, this is to sum up what you need to do on Infernium Essence and all that jazz. The goal is basically increase the amount of Infernium seeds that you're growing and seeing if you can make more out of it. But for this case in particular, we want to get a crop grower, or at least a farm? I don't know. It's something to do. Well, the point is that we need blocks of Infernium to make growth accelerators, mainly. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim for a growth accelerator. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to... We're going to go to Kepler 22 again. For that, we just need to rocket over. Okay, 5. 5. Alright, there we go. But yeah, no, we're going to go to Kepler 22 real quick. We're going to get our... We're going to get the bunches of ore that we have over there. So, the advanced fuel loader. Let's get faster. Get the fluid real quick. Start with that. That's filled. Take that. Alright, now HP capacitor working. We wait for that to hit 100% fuel. Alright, 60, 70. Alright. Alright, that's 100%. Take both. For the fluid tank. And let us get to Kepler 22. And if you're worried about the rocket, it's fine. I've tested it. It shouldn't hit the side of the building. So we won't have to worry about any crashes, we won't have to worry about death, and we don't have to wear a suit. Because the place we're going, Kepler-22, doesn't have a need for any oxygen-based protection. Because it is a breathable planet we can go to and mine and all that sort of jazz. I'm just going to take a minute to take a drink, and yeah. Okay. I am curious about the other Keplers, but it appears that there is nothing to do with them. So the only thing that we can go to is Kepler-22b, which is fine. I mean, it's a resource haven after all, for a reason. But yeah. We just gotta wait until we land, which shouldn't be too long. Yep, there we go. Alright. We will need to worry about our mantle of stars at some point, I'm sure. Alright. Let us grab our fluid tank worth of materials. Here, and there we go. Let's go to Kepler, or the portal, which should now, for all the Galacticraft stuff, should be working. Thus far. We'll have that keep mining. Just go to the portal teleporter, and then we can go home. So as long as we just go to one of the planets, we're basically safe and golden. And now, with this iron ore in tow, we should be able to convert this all in. And there we go. We'll let that automate. And to utilize the farms here. But to summarize, Infernium seeds will grow Infernium on their own. It's a way of automation, but you don't have to rely on it. To get a higher tier, you need to get an Infernium seed, and you need to surround it with Prudentium, which requires 4 Infernium to surround it. That is for tier 2 crops, mind you. For tier 2 crops, you make tier 3. To tier 3, you make tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. It basically goes up to the highest tiers you can, which appears to be 5 or 6. Insanium appears to be the highest quality, though. Alright, but first, let us make an infusion crystal to start out with. Because I think we need to start out with an infusion crystal before we can get the master crystal. Because the master crystal requires supremium essence, so yeah. So we get an infusion crystal, and I guess we upgrade it to its maximum components. Because Insanium should produce us 6. Yeah, no, it should upgrade to 6 harvest yield. So eventually what we want to do is we want to place the Infernium seeds here from tier 1 all the way to tier 6 to make the yields much better. But I digress. That is, again, another thing that we will address later on. And that's 2 more. We just need 1 more block of... Well, no, we actually don't. I'd actually like to hold off on the crop growing in favor of doing something else. So give me a second while I figure out what exactly we want to do here. Well, first and foremost is upgrading these crops. That's a definite plus. If we can make it happen, that is. Probably not. But who knows. Alright, first, let's see if we can upgrade these Infernium to Prudentium, I guess. Can we get Master? So we need Supremium Essence to start with, so that's... Well, if we go by the tiers, then we can probably figure it out. Okay, so first... Alright, let's open this up to start with, and let's figure out what we want. Okay. Okay, so we got Infernius Essence, or God, words. Alright, so we got a few numbers of seeds that we can go with. We can go with the Infernium seeds, or we can go with specific seeds. It doesn't ultimately matter what we go with, but we should probably upgrade our Infernium seeds first and foremost to their highest quality. At least that is my thoughts on the matter. So we managed to get 10, so we can get 2 Infernium seeds upgraded. So we'll upgrade these 2 in particular. No, we can only upgrade 1 to tier 2. So that'll be a... And this'll just be a tier 1. Okay, so now we got 1 tier 2 crop going. And we just have to hope this slowly expands. Preferably, I'd like tier 2, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so that's going to be a process then. Now, to make this more efficient, we are going to want to get a... So we need a theoretical infinite water source. So we need water essence, which comes from the seed reprocessor. So we need a seed reprocessor to begin with, so... Let us get a mystical frame, which requires base essence ingots, which requires... Yep. Alright, a block of solium. Solium ingots are made with solium nuggets, which molten solium... Okay, how do we get solium, though? Okay, solium dust. So we need soul dust and prudentium essence. Soul dust is made from soulstone, which we get from... Okay. Yeah, that's the process to make solium. Let's start with the base essence ingot and make the mystical machine frame. From there, we need an Infernium seed tier 2. Alright, so solium, we need solium dust, which is made with 5 soul dust and 4 prudentium. Soul dust is made from soulstone when cooked. Soulstone is basically, yeah. Alright, 16. That should be enough for what our purposes. Alright. Toss one there, toss here, here, there. There we go. And we should be good to go. But we'll still need the Infernium seed tier 2. Obviously. As for crop growth, if there's another method, I'd like to see about grabbing that while I can. Let's see. There's that. Do I have a water can? I should have a watering can, I think, unless I lost that in the Great Collapse. Which I think I might have. Okay, so I'm going to need fertilizer again. So compost and biomass should work, or in anetholic, adolithic. It's fine. We'll just worry about getting ourselves an Infernium watering can, which is a 1x1 range, it seems. Infernium ingots, pretty easy. We just need 4 of them. As long as we get a theoretical water source, which is going to require water seeds, which requires 4 buckets, Infernium essence, and a tier 1 crafting seed. So we will need some water essence to start with. Oh man, this is a process though, as you can probably tell. It is probably the most boring of the mod packs for grind, and I don't blame you if this is something that you might not like, but really it's just a matter of a waiting game when it comes to mystical agriculture. That's why I'm trying to figure out things that can, you know, make this a little bit more entertaining. So I guess we can start with making a fertilization core. I mean, we could upgrade to Prudentium to make it a 3x3 if we want. I mean, either way, it's going to take time to make, so I'm going to go with the watering can tier 1, at the very least to start out with. But we're going to need water buckets. Alright, first let's compressed, 4 water buckets in particular. These in. That should give us 4 water buckets, I believe, with the compression. 2. Alright, this should be 3 and 4. There we go. 4 water buckets. There we go. From here, we get ourselves a seed to work with. Alright, let's see. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I thought that was something that happened, but no, never mind. Thankfully, it's nothing. Okay, to make a water seed, I need a tier 1 crafting seed, so base seed here. And let's see, water seed. Oh, no, wait, I need a tier 1 crafting seed specifically. There we go. And now I can make the water seed. Because of this water seed, I can start producing water essence. And I'll need more of that anyways, so that is going to be a process and a half. Alright, tier 1 seeds. Let's start with that. How about that? Alright, so first we should go with... So first we're going to need a stone seed. So let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 seeds of tier 1. Because we've already got water seeds, so we don't need that. Alright, take 6 tier 1 seeds. Alright. We make a stone seed. Dirt seed. A nature seed is nature clusters. Okay. Alright, a nature seed. A wood seed. Ice seed, and a zombie seed is a zombie chunk, which requires tier 1 essence. Okay, how do we get a zombie chunk though? It drop chance is 30%, but craftable. Okay, how do you get it though? Okay, so I'm probably not going to get the mob chunks just yet, though. Alright. Well, that's fine. As long as we get the seed here, we should be fine. There we go. We'll take the tier 2 seed with us for now. We'll move the tier 1 seed away over to here. And what else do we need? Tier 2. That is going to open up the many tiers of chunks for seeds. Or at least for the chunks for crafting seeds. But we won't be able to make a bunch of them. But we can see about making silicon, which is actually going to be a way better process for our time. Alright, silicon seeds are tier 2 crafting seeds, which require tier 1. Alright, so we can get 4 of those. Alright, so we got tier 2 crafting seed. Alright, there we go. Alright, can we make silicon now? Yes, we can make silicon crafting seeds. Perfect. Okay, so we can grow silicon seeds, it seems. So now we have a infinite source of silicon once we get enough resources here. Of course, we're going to have to speed up the growth because that is just naturally going to be something that we're going to have to do. And of course, we're going to have to wait for this stuff to grind up, of course. So that is going to be a process and a half in of its own right. My hope is that this works on its own, though. But, you know... Well, I digress. That is going to be a process in of its own right. Don't worry about the Infernium Essence, to put it bluntly, is going to work. So we'll have a plethora to work from. We just need to make sure it just is a constant effort. But I digress. That is an issue for another time. But we can make sulfur seeds as well, it seems. So if we can get 4 sulfur from the Between Lands, that's actually pretty good for us. In fact, that might actually be really good for us. Yeah, so hold on. Alright, 8 essence. Get a tier 1 crafting seed. Alright, base crafting seed. Tier 1 seed. Tier 2 seed. Alright, so we have everything except for the sulfur. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go to the Between Lands to get the sulfur we need for the sulfur seed. It might seem like an odd thing to do, but it's the easiest place that we can get sulfur, I've found. Could you not? I don't want to die here again. I've been through that trauma before, and I don't like being here, if I can help it. Okay, let's make our trip real quick here. We don't want to stick around longer than we have to. Okay, we just quickly slip down into the Between Lands real quick here. Kind of surprised I managed to find it right here, but I'm not complaining. Sulfur is needed for this, so the more we have, the better. So let's see, do we want any more here? I don't think there's any more, but yeah, there's nothing more. Not right now. Not in the immediate vicinity anyways, I should say. We could probably get a miner here and mine the sulfur for us, but I'm not going to go through all that. We got what we need. We got what we came for. Let's just go. Right, off we go back to the main world, as we usually do. And there we go. Let's get up to our home base. Up and over. Well, no, we don't need to go over, actually. We just need to go over here. And now we make the sulfur. Alright, now that we got sulfur. Sulfur away as well. We get the sulfur seeds themselves. We place those there. And now we've got some automation here for these growths. But honestly, it's just going to take a while for everything to grow. So that's why we're trying to aim for the watering can, namely. Okay, but otherwise we need water essence, which is going to take some time. So we need a base ingot. Turn those into nuggets. We need 4 infernium. We need 4 infernium ingot types, so we need 4 base essence ingots. Alright. For 4 ingots themselves, we need a practical core. Like so. Alright, we've got the can for it. Now we just need to... can't be reclaimed with a core remover. We don't need to worry about that, though. And now we just need the theoretical infinite water source. For that to happen, we need to upgrade the water seed, or at the very least get a watering can for the watering seed. We could probably make the growth pulsar, actually. Hold on. Yeah, if we make the growth accelerator, then we should be fine. Alright, we've got 4 blocks of infernium essence. Alright, we've got 1 growth accelerator. Now we can see how that works. We place one there. And it should, in theory, once placed down below one block, should increase the growth of crops. Just to... But the more we add, the better. the results, put simply. We might dedicate one floor purely to these growth accelerators, I'm thinking. Actually, hold on, let's see. It depends how fast this water seed grows, but if we can get more, then grows plants above it faster. Hold on. Alright, growth accelerators scan a single column for 1 to 64 blocks above themselves, looking for growables. They affect multiple plants in the column, and multiple growth accelerators can affect the same plants. Because of this, a column of 63 growth accelerators can affect a single plant. 64 minus 1 due to the soil block. So, you can make around 63 of these. Increase the speed of which your crops grow by that amount. So as long as you... So in theory, this thing can grow really fast if you make it built for that such occasion. But that's besides the point. It appears that the water seeds are working well and growing quickly because of it. But that does give me an idea in that case. If one growth accelerator is able to grow that, then what would happen if I used the growth accelerator elsewhere? Say, there. And specifically on Infernium. What happens if I use it on a high-tiered seed, no less? Tier 1, 2? Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how it would affect things if I grow it there. Mystical Agriculture, there's soul dust now that we've got, which is nice. Okay. Alright, what do with soul dust? We turn it into solium dust by using prudentium essence. And with solium dust, we turn it into ingots. So yeah, if you cook one solium dust, you can get mob solium ingots, which can be made into blocks of solium or solium daggers used for mob chunks, so that's how you get zombie essence. Okay. That does leave water essence, it seems. Okay, so we got one water essence, so we're going to need more of that. We will have to address that water essence at some point, or that essence at some point, but that is besides the point. We'll first start off our growth accelerator by... Well, actually, let's actually just cut off the element and make it a blacklist instead. That way we don't have to worry about specifics with this machine. We'll get the growth accelerator on that. Our Infernium essence is just enough to where we can probably make another. But before we do, let's recharge our wireless crafting grid for the advantages of our own. Okay. From here, that is just left us... we should be able to make more. Alright, let's start by making another. Alright, we can make 4 Infernium essence, okay. Alright, that is another growth accelerator. once placed under this, will increase the speed by twice as much. So hopefully the water seeds will grow significantly faster because of this. But it's hard to say, to be honest. Honestly, I'm just hoping for it to work just better in general. But I think the best course of action is if we get a set of fertilizer itself. Because I do believe we have the... We do have it here. We have the composter. Alright, let's see. Compost, if we get biomash, we can get fertilizer. So we need 4 seeds. Here we go. A biomash. Alright, hopefully that just degrades over time. And we can make ourselves a watering can because of it. Which will be nice. And hopefully that watering can just helps us in the long run. But who knows. Regardless, we're going to get some glowstone real quick. We'll place it down right there so the crops are going to grow a bit faster. It'll have a nice light source to work with basically, so yeah. But I digress. Water essence should be the go-to here. Hopefully the water seed and grow more and more with these growth accelerators, but it's hard to say. It really is. I'm sort of just winging it and hoping things go well. Alright. Infernium essence. Kepler 22, copper, and iron are going well. I think it's going to take some time, though, it seems. Not sure why it's taking so long for these guys to process. Might be something that's just going on. I don't know. Might be a nightly thing. Who knows? Okay. Okay, we only got 2 water essence, so that's unfortunate, but hey, it's fine. Alright, I've got 4 blocks, so I can make yet another. I could make a ring of growth while I'm at it, actually. If I wanted to, of course. I'd need crystal flux, but I could make it work. It might just in this engagement. Alright, that's 3. That'll help the water seeds grow even faster. I mean, hey, why not? Let's see if I can make a growth accelerator. I need a ring. Alright. The Ring of Growth. When charged in an energizer and in your hand, use a CF to make plants around you grow much faster. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let us... Oh, we're running on fumes for power. Alright, well, let's just hope this Ring of Growth doesn't take too much out of it. Yeah, we're just slowly taking out fumes. Alright, come on. Just push, push, push. Alright, 870... 8... 9, and... There we go. It's a bit of power, but that's fine. Alright. Oh, nice! It actually is working. Holy heck. Okay. No, this is I can vibe with this. At the cost of power, you get a ton of growth done. It's fantastic. I'm not complaining. This is good. Mind you, we're using a lot of power because of it, but hey, that's the cost for doing this. I'd say it's a good cost. Power for power. Or, in this case, power for progress. Well, we need this for water, mainly, so we should probably focus on that. So, yeah, we want this to grow the growth seeds a bit more than often. Okay. Just be patient. If we can, the growth seed plus 2 is going to be nice to grow as well. But that's besides the point. Alright, come on. Okay. Make sure we grow the water seed significantly. We want that to grow after all. We want the water seed to grow first and foremost after all. That's the key thing here. Okay. Come on. 85. Alright, that's out. And now we're running on fumes, I believe. And we're gone. Oh, 100. Yeah, now we're out, I think. Okay. So we managed to get quite a yield. And we did manage to get enough for the watering can. Alright. Got the theoretical infinite water source. And now we have the Infernium watering can. So, all we need to do now is get a bucket of water, which will carry over, basically, for infinite water source. And I should be able to water things in one radius, I think. Now, will it work? Yes, it will. It's just slow as heck. Okay, 28... 42, yeah. No, it's really slow. Like... It's painful to watch, no less. Okay, well... Insight, I can use the growth accelerator, though. And I can use it to... a little bit faster. So I will be using it to mature the Infernium, at least. And I can start growing these crops as soon as I can, I guess. Let's see, come on. Okay, 28. Alright. Alright, how's our Infernium looking first? Alright. Alright, I can make 2 more, it seems. We will still need more stone. So we just need to take from... Which I guess works. We should be able to just cook it from here. 1 stack, 2 stack, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Soul dust. We'll get the Infernium in place. and make another growth accelerator. There we go. That makes 5 growth accelerators. So yeah, it's going to be a stacking of growth accelerators, I think, that's going to ultimately dictate change here. Which, kind of shocking, kind of not, to be honest. It's one of those things where you just have to grind it and hope it works. Now, will the growth accelerator... No, it won't go into anything else. So it won't be upgraded, so there's no upgraded forms that are going to make this much faster. You just have to stack it down. That's all it comes down to. Alright, now we've got fertilizer. Let's see if this watering can works better than the other. Alright, now we've got a watering can that's filled to the brim. I'm not sure if this watering can is going to work as intended, but we will try. And it's looking like it's got some yield to it, which is good. It means that using the watering can has helped this, just a little bit. Now, if I can get this to be used constantly, then this would be a really good farming method to increase the farming yield somehow. But yeah, this should increase the efficiency of growth of crops, I do believe. Now, does it have a specified field? I guess it's like a 3x3, it seems. Which makes sense. A 3x3 would make sense. Yeah, it seems like when you use the watering can on something specific, then it starts to focus on the 3x3. Now if I could get something to automate its usage here, then it should work. Let's see. Item collector, melter, solidifier. Autonomously right-click activation using any item. Here we go. We want this to be used downward on crops in particular. Automatically use or / right-click on any item. We'll try to use on entities and on the block in front of it or down one. Defaults to 1x1 area, but range can be increased. Interesting. Okay, let's give that a try then. That might actually help us. We will need a dispenser. There we go. Let's see if this works. Alright. Alright, tick delay. No. Alright, so it's a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It's a 9x9 area. We want to make it a use type. It appears this automated user needs power to function. So I will need to give it a energy source. Thankfully, we've got advanced energy relays, but I'd like to use a normal relay if I can help it. So let's use one of the here. We'll place this on tippy top. Grab ourselves the laser wrench. We'll go back quickly to the connector here, so we can get the stored. We place that here, and now it should be working. Alright, preview rendered. Alright, vertical offset 0, because it's facing the right direction. Okay, I think this is speeding up the crop growth just a smidgen. Although I could probably try and use multiple just to speed it up. So if I use multiple watering cans, I should be fine. I could also use the Infernium can while I'm here to see if that helps. But that should automate things just a smidgen faster. If it doesn't work, that's fine. As long as it's, you know, doing something, I'll be happy. I don't know. I think it's working. I think I want it to be higher, though. Yeah, we want the vertical offset to be 1 so it grows a bit faster, I think. Because it's basically using the water can. Anyways, I think that'll do it. It does seem like the crops are growing fast, so I'm doing something right. And worst case, if it's not doing anything, I can actually probably figure out a way to make it so it's extending down into the floor a little bit, and make it a offset that actually affects, well, all of these crops. So we can have this at 1, we can have one up here that's at 0, and a top one at here that's -1. So we could have 3 watering cans going off at once, which would be probably really interesting to see. You know what? I'm gonna give that a try. Why not? I'm just doing experiments at this point, which is nice. Alright, 2 of these. 2 automated users. We will need to get some more biomass. Alright, let's get 2 biomash. Because we need 2 more fertilizer for 2 more watering cans. To be filled and used, that is. We'll dump both in there so we can get 2 fertilizer. And with this, the crops should accelerate in growth significantly because of this. I mean, hey, we've got already 168 Infernium Essence because of it, so I'm not complaining. Alright, 4. Alright, I still need just a smidgen more. But I should be able to make quite a bit of these I should be able to make more growth accelerators because of it. Alright, I've just barely made these more. Alright, that's 5 growth accelerators. That with these, so... Alright, that is going to help the growth accelerator on the top here. So this crop in particular is going very fast, it seems. So that's going to be a gimmick with this, I guess. But yeah. Until we actually get these Infernium seeds, you know, pumping out resources infinitely and, like, really quick, I don't think we're going to get anywhere anytime soon. So, yeah. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this... We could probably actually put in more cans in here, I think. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's best. We'll have to see. My hope is that the biomass is done now. even though it's been such a short time. Nope. It's not. Rip. Fine. I honestly didn't expect it to be the case. I'm actually interested to see how much... I don't know. It's a lot to take in. Let's start by setting up the automated users. So we'll get this, and then we'll get that. We want that to be 0. We want that to be -1. An single energy laser relay. And we will connect and we'll get one energy laser relay connected to the top here. But like so. Our laser wrench connected all the way to here, if we can, which we managed to do successfully, thankfully. Now, these should slowly power up, respectfully. They have the use intention, and with that small construction, but honestly, I highly doubt it, to be honest. Alright, how's our energy looking? Not so... That can be rectified with a ring of growth. Well, it won't be rectified with the ring growth, but it will certainly help in the right direction for it anyways. Okay. With that, we're getting an immense amount of power for a ring growth, which will be used to provide power for the machine, which will in turn provide us enough power to grow the crops immensely fast, and hopefully with the aid of the watering cans that we're going to produce, well, I guess it's just a matter of hoping that things just grow to a point of speed that we might not need a growth accelerator at that point. But I guess we'll see. Alright, 2 fertilizer. Now we make 2 watering cans. Alright, we need more iron plates. Alright, iron. Thankfully got a surplus of it, so that's good. Good to have, good to know. Alright, we've got 63 on standby, should we need them. Let those iron plates us out for a bit. Alright, we are left with another watering can. We will need to fill that up before we continue on. Let's grab the... We got 6, that'll do. Alright, that's 2 watering cans. We will fill these up before we move on. So we'll use this water here. We'll fill this one up. And there we go. Now let's see. Watering can here's. We'll now put this here. Okay, so that's the input. That's an input. Input. Alright. So we have a choice. We can... Alright, preview rendered. It's not showing anything. It's always on. Vertical offset is -1. So we're going to be placing on top here. Same for this. Same for this. Alright, one there. One watering can here. And that should be 3 watering cans just going to town. Alright, that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7, 9. Alright, so we're going to use... Okay, 0. -1. And we'll just get watering can as well on the top here, I guess. Yeah, we'll just get that there. And that should be working as intended. I don't see a reason why it would be. Alright, we got the 1 tick. Okay, there we go. And I guess that's that. The Ring of Growth in our hand. And we just set up here, and we just let the crops grow accordingly. And we can get our Infernium seeds growing like crazy. And we can get the growth accelerator going nuts as well, I guess. We'll stand here just to make sure it's gathering everything while we can. Just to make sure we're getting as much crops affected as possible here. I'm not sure if it's going to be working as intended, but that's fine. It appears that it won't work in the offhand, so we have to focus on the main hand. So it's just a matter of waiting to see if we get better results. It's looking like we got a ton of Infernium Essence, though. Okay. Alright, that 8 Infernium Essence is enough to make more growth accelerators. Alright, that's 2. Alright, that's 2 extra that we can add to the pile, which is only just going to grow more, I'm most likely. So yeah, it's just a process, it seems. Honestly, I'm hoping things are going better because of what I'm doing here, but who knows. Is there anything that states right-click? Antidote, Water Charm, Void Charm, Sailor. Is there anything else that can help us here? Alright, there appears to be the red fertilizer, which speeds up growth, apparently. I'm not sure how that works, but okay. There's the growth reagent, which can make a Sigil of the Green Grove, which is basically another crop growth additive, I would assume. Nether Growth is a fireproof thing. Colored Lens of Growth. I guess that's an astral sorcery thing. Alright, that's the Ring of Growth done. Alright, we've got more Infernium, which I guess makes more blocks. Alright, that's another 2. Alright. From here, we make another 2 down. And this should be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we got 14 out of 63. So we're doing alright on the crop growth accelerators, but from the looks of it, quite a lot if we use a ton of these. On the plus side, we'll getting a ton of growth on the crops, but at the downside, yeah, that's going to take a lot. Do we have anything for the watering cans that we can actually just hold click? I don't think we do. Alright, do we have an item manipulator or something like that? There's an item pickup management or manipulator, discard bases. Okay, that doesn't really help us. Is there any cyclic thing that I can use here to help a little bit better? Password trigger, block placer, structure builder, text projector, sensor, soundproof. There's the auto crafter, I guess, which is interesting. Item collector, a vacuum chest with a control list, a Pharaoh's beacon, redstone clock, empty beacon, a sprinkler. It waters nearby crops, increasing growth speed. Multiple sprinklers in the same area do stack, though. Sneak right click with an empty hand to disable particles from rendering. Okay, entity detector. Okay, so these sprinklers should work in tandem. An item grate is going to be needed. Alright, we do barely have everything that we need for this. Automated gentle harvesting. Okay, the harvested crops just land where they are. Okay. Redstone controlled and... okay. So, I could have gone with the cyclic stuff for most craftings of harvesting means, if I wished. The powered diamond anvil can repair anything using energy, apparently, so that's nice. We could see about trying to make a wing charm, because we did need to get that because it was a worry. But that is not a concern now, right now. Okay. Fluid placer, precise dropper. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I missed out on. I don't know. But what I'm looking for is, I guess, really just waiting on these crops. I think it was the right idea to use the automated ticker, though. Because it has helped the crop growth of these things, like, immensely, I think. Or at least that's what I think is going on. Anyways. Sprinklers, let's see. Item grate. So we need item grate, a splash potion of regen, and a splash potion of swiftness. Okay, one item grate. A splash potion of swiftness. And a splash potion of regeneration. I think I can make those with my alchemy kits that I've got. I mean, we've got the nether wart at least, so that shouldn't be an issue. In fact, I do believe I've got, yeah, visions of night vision. Okay, let's focus on the water potions. How about, or the potions rather. Alright, a sprinkler, that's going to require a splash potion of regeneration, so regeneration requires a gas tier. So one gas tier. We need 2 gunpowder for the splash potion effect. Let's see. Okay, gunpowder on a potion of regeneration. So a potion of regeneration is awkward potions. Alright, so awkward potions. There we go. No, wait, hold on. We here first. That'll make the potion of regeneration. And let's see. We're looking for the one with 22 seconds, so we need the... So we need splash potions of regeneration, so we need glowstone. To increase their potency. There we go. And I guess we can make 3 while we're at it, so I guess we'll set up for 3 sprinklers. Alright, that's 3 sprinklers. Now we make these into splash potions specifically. And then we follow the splash potion of swiftness +2, which is sugar and awkward potions. Sugar. Glowstone. Alright. In them to make them speed potions. From there, we make the speed potions into stronger speed potions, which we upgrade to tier 2, basically. And then we do that. We give it gunpowder, make it splash. Make our 3 crop growth speed significantly. So that's yet another thing that will upgrade, basically. It's basically a chain-based thing, so over time it'll work. From here, then... Oh, right, we have to go to the potion, my bad. And we should just have enough time to make this final upgrade to see if it works with our crops. So once we get this, then we'll get the item grates in there, and we'll see about making all 3. And seeing if it doesn't read say it's true that we just need 3 of them to grow. Or to grow things a bit faster. In which case we might have to make the farms a little smaller. Which in that case, goodness, we've got a lot of grind to do. Okay. Alright, 3 sprinklers. Place over water to increase crop. Now, first, let's figure out this before we worry about anything else. So, we're going to use stone bricks for now for placement here. This is just to give us a template for water. Alright, we're out of range of the wireless transmitters. Let's get a bucket. We will quickly get some water from our reservoir. There we go. Here, we place the water here, like so. And we place a sprinkler, which failed miserably there. Okay. Gonna quickly get another bucket. Place that. Place this. There we go. I will have to turn particles on just a smidgen, so 1 second. Video settings. I do believe I've turned particles to none. Particles. No. Okay. No, shaders are good. Animations, here we go. Okay, all particles. That should help us here. Okay, it doesn't show, it seems, but it does seem like it's working. Now, I could either go with the apiary here, or we could try with the other method. I'm gonna see if the other method is any better. So, why not? Expensive materials in the apiary. And yeah, it's showing results, and it covers a equal amount of area, it seems. Let's see. It will increase crop growth in a 4-block radius, breeds bees, and creates honeycomb. It does seem to be spreading to all the blocks here, though, it seems. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't give details, though. But it does cover the entire area, so I think it's working as intended. So I think I'm good with this. At the very least, it looks like it's growing just a smidgen faster because of it. And it does say it stacks, but it doesn't specify how much it stacks. I don't know. But I digress. I think I've done enough. I've done as much as I feasibly could, I think. I guess I'll stick the apiary on top here. There's nothing to... Might as well. And it might help the farm still, because of it. But hey. This is a bunch of prep work that had to be done regardless, so... As long as it works out, it's fine. But I mean, hey, it looks like it's growing much faster because of the apiary, because of the sprinkler, because of all the automated watering cans going nuts on them. And hey, if that helps the crops grow, then I'm fine with that. That I'm happy to do all the growth accelerators I need to make this happen. But I digress. This is the first steps into mystical agriculture. As you can see, it's a slow and tedious process. This is just going to be mostly the grind for this. I'm probably going to do most of this in my off time, to be honest. Because I know for a fact it's going to be an issue. But it's more so me just waiting for Infernium at this point and just waiting for it to actually yield crops and results. So it's really just a waiting game in the end. But I'll be doing that in my own time. I'm not going to bother you guys with all that hodgepodge of craze. And by probably, well, if I spend the time doing it, we're going to have a massive set of growth accelerators going. So that'll be nice for growing Infernium at least. Or at the very least, running it on one crop, which will be wholly acceptable for me, I believe. But I digress. I think I'm done here. As much as I want to continue, I'm getting tired, admittedly. So yeah. All right. For those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification if you want to see more stuff. I stream daily, so if you want to catch my streams, I stream from 3 to 7 MST time. If you want to come see my streams, you can check this the stream link down below in the description in the YouTube link, because that is where it is. And hey, if you want to come check me out, I do appreciate every little bit of support, even if it's just to come stop in and say hi. Alright, but for those of you on Twitch, follows are always appreciated. If you're coming from YouTube to Twitch, if you want to follow, that's up to you. I'm not going to force it. But I do appreciate every little bit, because once that follower mark hits 50, I may be able to get affiliate status, which will allow me to give you guys some more stuff to do, and you can support me a little bit better by throwing in, you know, other things like bits and whatnot. And I'll probably add in some channel features once that marker hits it. But yeah. I think that's it for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Tomorrow it's going to be, I do believe, Pathfinder Kingmaker with King Armstrong, so for those of you looking forward to that, I hope you would enjoy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care everyone and have a good day.